Over the Washington Commanders. Mark Ross back here with us. I'm Brett Lewis here. This is NFL Game Day highlights. Mark, let's talk about Saquon Barkley here. Another masterpiece on the ground, and it started with his first touch. Give us your thoughts on how he navigates and has helped navigate this postseason journey here for the Eagles.
Well, first of all, can you imagine being the Commanders, 100+ hours a week talking about we got to stop Saquon, practicing, getting the fits just right. This is what we're going to do to stop Saquon. Defensive coordinator out there talking about we're going to hit people. And then the first play of the game, the guy just destroyed you. Just all those hours just out the window, right? But that's the power of Saquon, where, of course, we've seen the talent throughout all those years with the Giants. But this year with the Eagles, it just has unlocked everything that he has, the vision, the power, the change of direction, the explosiveness, the will to win, the toughness from Saquon. I don't think we've seen really to this level before. And, you know, as he goes, that's how this team has gone throughout this season, where he played at an MVP level most of the season, right? And then in the playoffs, he just got better. It's like in the playoffs, things get even more concentrated and focused. But this is, as I talked about earlier with stars playing like stars, where he said, this is my moment, this is my time. And he just took it to a whole nother level tonight. We'll see what he has left for the Super Bowl. So I would expect another performance like this. But, I mean, just the talent that he has, the will, and then being surrounded by all that other talent that the Eagles have, it just opens up everything for him in the offense.
Well, you hit on toughness, and if we say that it all starts up front, that's probably where the toughness starts too for the Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, we saw Cam Jurgens, was dealing with a back situation. He's out. Landon Dickerson comes in. Dickerson's banged up. He goes out. Jurgens comes in. I mean, like, these guys were muscling through a lot here this evening, it felt like, and still found a way to get it done on the ground.
Yeah, today, I live in Philly. For people that don't know, and I love to just listen to sports radio just to get the pulse and feel the angst. And people were generally like, Cam Jurgens is not starting. We're going to lose. We can't do this without Cam. I mean, they're going crazy here, but that just shows you how good, how talented they are up front. Orlando Dickerson's a Pro Bowl player now. He wasn't just putting anybody in there. This guy's a Pro Bowler going in there and had played center in college at an All-American level. So you weren't just putting anybody in there. So that is a testament to the toughness. I've never seen two offensive linemen who are both hurt, that scene that they showed where Cam Jurgens is trying to get in the game and Landon's like, no, I'm not. I'm the least hurt of both of us here. That just shows you this mentality of this team. I'd never seen that before. I'm the least hurt. You stay there. I got it.
Yeah, me neither, right? I mean, no, I got it. Yeah, so they obviously have been the catalyst for this run game all year long. And then, Jalen Hurts, obviously not to be denied on the ground, piece of it for him as well. 3 rushing touchdowns in this game, but thought he was pretty dang good through the air. And all this with questions about his, health leading into this matchup with what we saw in the divisional round, and thought he came out and executed at a high level here. Mark, what was your thought on it?
He really did. He balled out, and he's built for it. The guy's been a star his whole life, high school level, college level, Oklahoma, Alabama. He's built for these moments. He's wired for these moments. A lot of doubts about, can he throw the ball? Can the Eagles function if they stop the run? He has to throw. Well, he was super sharp tonight, distributing the ball, accurate, timely, throws under pressure. They got after him a little bit earlier with the blitz, where, okay, what's happening right now? But he figured out a way. Then he started taking off, Rhett, where it was like, oh boy, so now he is healthy. The 2 biggest questions, can he throw it? Is he healthy enough to run, avoid the blitz? Well, he showed both of those things tonight, where he was super sharp throwing it. Then once he started running it, oh boy, they just unlocked a whole nother level once he started doing that.
Yeah, no question. And then on the flip side, look, for the Commanders, I think we all kind of thought maybe this was, they got here a little quicker than we all thought they would, with a rookie quarterback and with a new coach, new GM, overhauled roster in a lot of different ways. But Jaden, I think that kind of just speaks to what Jaden Daniels was able to do as the catalyst for all that success as a rookie. This wasn't his best game. Obviously, it wasn't the Commanders' best game. The turnovers killed, the team really with the 4 turnovers. But your thoughts on what we saw from Daniels in a game like this?
Yeah, look, the turnovers, of course, they'll want all those back. And, he wasn't the sharpest, but he still made those plays. He still was prolific and really kept them in the game for most of the first half. And then things started falling apart. But for the most part, he really kept them in the game with his arm and his legs. And The Commanders have been a fun story all year long, Brett, as we've seen them each week. entertaining. He has stepped up. He kept waiting for, okay, this is going to level off, and they kept getting better. He kept getting better. The team kept getting better. Once they got in the playoffs, it was, okay, nice, fun story. They'll get bounced out of there. Well, they won. They went in Detroit and won that game, and really, even coming into this game, I think there was a lot of toss-ups of maybe they can do it again, and has to be optimistic being a Commanders fan like now. When's the last time a Commanders fan has felt like this where, wow, we finally got our guy, we got our team, we got a coach, and the future is bright. Not just, oh, boy, here we go again, another offseason of turmoil where they're actually looking forward. I know we're getting ahead of ourselves, but the team to beat for the next 5 or 10 years in the NFC with maybe the best quarterback in the NFC. Let's just start it out real early right now, Red.
One of, certainly. I think that that team in green today looked pretty dang good. And it's certainly built for some good things. You're right there to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where we welcome in Sarah Walsh and Cam Wolf, covering both of these teams for us today. Guys, Sarah, let me start with you, because for Mahomes and the Chiefs, the offense the last couple of years has kind of found different ways to win games. Obviously, we haven't seen the production at the wide receiver position as much as we had recently. What has Patrick Mahomes been saying, Sarah, about trying to get that group going here today against the Bills?
Well, first of all, Patrick Mahomes comes into this trying to have some perspective, and he said you really have to appreciate these moments and this opportunity because it doesn't happen every year. And then he had to stop for a second. He said, even though it does seem like it kind of happens every year, 7 straight AFC Championship games. But look, that's true for Mahomes and for Kelsey and for Andy Reid, but there's other guys on this team like DeAndre Hopkins, a new chief but a veteran player, 12 seasons in the NFL, and last weekend was the first time he'd ever gotten past the divisional round. He said it'd be a childhood dream to get to the Super Bowl. Now, Hopkins, along with Juju Smith-Schuster, Hollywood Brown, none of them had a catch last week, and Patrick Mahomes said part of that is because the attention that was paid to those guys. Travis Kelce was open in the middle because of that, and you saw him go off. Mahomes said that he is going to try to find opportunities for those receivers downfield that they weren't able to capitalize on a week ago. And we can say all of this, Cam, but the reality is we can paint a picture. It could go to this guy. It's probably going to go to Travis Kelce after all is said and done. Although this is a Bills team that kept him in check when they saw each other in Week 11. He was held to just 2 catches for 8 yards.
Yeah, playoff Travis Kelce is different, but this Bills team thinks they have a recipe for Travis Kelce. And I just was watching Bills warm-ups a few minutes ago. Cole Bishop, their rookie safety, is a guy to keep an eye on. He is making his first career playoff start today for an injured Taylor Rapp. And Rapp was the guy who intercepted Mahomes in their Week 11 win. He's that veteran, experienced safety. Bishop is a first-time starter. I talked to their general manager, Brandon Beane, the Bills, this week, and he said, look, Bishop is super athletic, super talented, but we may have to live with him being taken advantage of, fooled sometimes because of his lack of experience. That's something I'm keeping an eye on today. Can the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, take advantage of this young safety, or can the Bills, with their too deep coverage, with their bracketing of Travis Kelce, can they win that matchup? That's going to be a huge key for this Bills defense. I also want to keep an eye on Von Miller because he shows up in these stages. 10.5 sacks for him in his career, more sacks than any player active. I talked to him this week. He said, I thrive in these moments. I brought me here to be the closer, and hopefully I can be the closer on Sunday, Rhett.
Hey, you'll hear a bit more from Von Miller coming up a bit later here on Game Day Highlights. He had a chance to sit down with our Gerald McCoy in a piece that aired on Game Day morning. And, you know, let's kind of go back to this part here, Cam, with Josh Allen. Like, how do he and the Bills try to make this thing look more like Week 11 when they took care of business against the Kansas City Chiefs than the previous 3 playoff meetings in which the Chiefs have had their number?
Brett, it's funny. I talked to Von Miller about this earlier this week. He said he had a conversation with Josh Allen that Allen said really stuck with them in Cabo, actually, this offseason, about handling the piece of your mindset, Sarah. Like, you know, you talk about the ball and how it bounces. Josh Allen's played really well in his 3 losses to Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And so you're naturally going to say, what more can I do? What more can I do? He talked this week about knowing what I have is enough. And so they're hoping that they get the version of Josh Allen we've seen all season. And that hasn't been the superhero Josh Allen that's trying to put the whole team on his back. It's been the Josh Allen that's trusting his teammates. One thing I found out in recent weeks is Josh Allen holds Friday meetings with his teammates every single Friday. And he asked them, what do you want to run for receivers? receivers, offensive linemen, what protections do you like? And then he goes and tells Joe Brady, who puts it into his game plan. That's something new for them. That's Josh Allen trusting his teammates in a way that he didn't previously. And this is something in this era of the Bills. They don't have Stephon Diggs. They don't have a number one receiver. Josh Allen has been able to distribute the ball, read defenses, and really play a level of freedom that has allowed him to succeed in a different level. Has the fewest turnovers he's had in his career, fewest sacks. This version of Josh Allen, trusting his teammates, will be enough, they believe, to beat the Chiefs today.
Yeah, you mentioned the sacks. He's only been sacked 14 times this entire season. The Chiefs were not able to get to him in that Week 11 contest. Andy Reid said he's really hard to bring down, so if you get to him, you better finish it. And Reid specifically said that they have to be better against Allen on third down. He converted 60% of the time in that Week 11 contest. Now, defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo has talked a lot this week about eye candy. Don't be fooled by the eye candy. And what he means by that is his safety. Justin Reid said you have to have eye discipline. You have to have eye control, because he said this is basically a positionless offense. Reid said you've got tight ends in the backfield, wide receivers in the backfield, running backs lining up over at wide receiver. And he said all of that is because they want to trick you into making a bad read or making a bad step, and they cannot allow themselves to do that. When you talk about trust, this is obviously a Chiefs team, been there, done that. So they believe if this comes down to the wire, that is going to favor them. At least that is their mindset. And Reid said, Justin Reid, not Andy Reid, said that it matters in that moment, the magnitude that.
Xin chào tất cả các bạn đã đến với kênh YouTube của mình. Và video ngày hôm nay mình sẽ đi tô màu, và những bức tranh của mình tô màu sẽ chắc chắn rất chi là đẹp. Mình sẽ tô rất chi nhiều những con vật này, mà chủ yếu của mình sẽ tô là con vật rất chi là nhiều. Đấy, đây các bạn hãy xem những con vật của mình. Đây là những sản phẩm của mình tô màu này. Và để tô màu được những sản phẩm tuyệt đẹp gửi tặng đến tất cả các bạn thì không thể nào thiếu được hộp sáp màu. Đây là hộp sáp màu của mình này, mình đã chuẩn bị từ trước rồi. Những màu sắc thật sự là đẹp. Đây các bạn này. Và bây giờ các bạn hãy cùng theo dõi mình tô màu sản phẩm nha.
Mình làm chi tiết được cái dán cho các bạn. Bây giờ mình sẽ đi in các bạn đừng. Mình sẽ in nha các bạn. Mình sẽ dán đấy không? Đó kia nỗi buồn kia. Chẳng nghĩ đâu mà làm chết các bạn ơi. Chết các bạn.
YouTube của mình và video ngày hôm nay mình sẽ đi tô màu và những bức tranh của mình tô màu sẽ chắc chắn rất chi là đẹp. Mình sẽ tô rất chi là nhiều những con vật này, mà chủ yếu của mình sẽ tô là con vật rất chi là nhiều. Đấy, đây các bạn hãy xem những con vật của mình. Đây là những sản phẩm của mình tô màu này, và để tô màu được những sản phẩm tuyệt đẹp gửi tặng đến tất cả các bạn thì không thể nào thiếu được hộp sáp màu. Đây là hộp sáp màu của mình này, mình đã chuẩn bị từ trước rồi, những màu sắc thật sự là đẹp. Đây các bạn này. Và bây giờ các bạn hãy cùng theo dõi mình tô màu sản phẩm nha.
Bây giờ mình sẽ tiêu cái dán đấy các bạn. Để thế yêu thì một trái tim đã lỡ yêu rồi, chừng gì đã qua chót yêu một người vô tâm, người đừng nhớ đang vui này em ấy người về xa. Oh,